Welcome back again, and let's talk about how much does it cost to mine one Bitcoin. Because as Bitcoin difficulty went up and mining profitability has dropped, people have started to think that mining is no longer profitable. And that actually might be the case for you, but for somebody who lives in a poorer country with electricity 10 times cheaper than you have, mining is incredibly profitable. And they can make pretty good living with just few of the S9 miners. And especially if they bought them when they came out, they paid them back many times over and over. And for this experiment, they used S9 miners, S7 miners, and Avalon 6 miners. And they mined just Bitcoin with those ASIC machines. So the S9 miner performed the best with electricity of 17,773 kilowatts. It made 1 Bitcoin. And if you would have only that one miner, it would take you 548 days to mine one single Bitcoin, and it would still actually be profitable, but the difficulty would go up pretty big amount, and I'm not sure if you would actually pay that miner back in 2 to 3 years. And by that time S11 and maybe even S13 miners would come out. So that is why it's really important for you to buy those miners right away and when they are the best performing miners in the world. So the S7 miner is quite a bit weaker than the S9, and for mining 1 Bitcoin it needed to use 45,000 kilowatts, and it would take him 1580 days. And the Avalon 6 performed the worst, and that miner needed 55,000 kilowatts, and it would take him about 7 years to mine one single coin. So only the S9 miner is option to mine with right now, because all of those 2 or 3 years older miners are no longer profitable. You can make few dollars per day, but only if you have almost free electricity. And you can see right here, I'm gonna zoom it for you, that in some countries to mine 1 Bitcoin it can cost from $1,000 to like $26,000. And the most expensive country to mine Bitcoin is South Korea. And you can see that South Korea has $26,000 cost to mine 1 Bitcoin, which is currently worth $8,000. So if you're from South Korea and you're mining Bitcoin, you are not doing pretty well, because you can just buy Bitcoin a lot cheaper than you would have to spend to mine that Bitcoin. And some of the other countries like Argentina, Bangladesh, you can see they have from $2,000 to $4,000 to mine 1 Bitcoin. And the cheapest country to mine Bitcoin is Venezuela, with cost of only $531. And this is insanely cheap to mine 1 Bitcoin. So even if Bitcoin would drop to $1,000, they would still make double the profit, since they can mine 2 Bitcoins and pay electricity only of 1 Bitcoin. It is crazy to see how big the differences can be from one country to another country with cost of mining Bitcoin. And if you have electricity higher than $8,000 to mine 1 Bitcoin, you are out of luck. But the cost in electricity to mine 1 Bitcoin is not the only thing that matters, because you have to take a look at taxes. And taxes can be from nothing at all, depending on your country, to something like 40 or 50% per your profits. And in Venezuela, it is not actually legal to mine Bitcoins, but people still do it. And Venezuela launched its own cryptocurrency called Petro, and I'm not sure how well that will do, because it is not decentralized. It can be controlled by one entity, and there is no actually white paper, there is no source code or anything like that, so don't know what they are actually doing with that. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know how much is your electricity cost. Maybe it is 10 cents per kilowatt hour, maybe it is 20 cents, and how much it would cost you to mine 1 Bitcoin with S9 miner. Thank you again, and see you soon in another video. Bye.